Hi, this is Kay. Today we have a special guest from Germany, Berlin. We call him Sasha. Thank you for taking your time, Sasha, today.
Yeah, always welcome. Nice to see you, Kay. Long
Yeah,
time no
nice.
see.
Yeah,
Um,
and then no see. It's been a half year, right? Since six
yeah,
months. Yeah, yeah.
approximately.
So, Sasha, can you introduce yourself first?
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Sasha Denisov.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a software engineer. Mostly, I have more than 20 years of experience.
How
I
many years
specialize in
did you say?
more
How
than
many
more
years?
than 20.
More than 20.
More than
Oh, wow.
yes.
Wow. Amazing.
So currently, I'm more specialized in mobile development
Mm-hmm.
and mostly Flutter. But yeah, I passionate about AI as well, and I'm an expert in Firebase and databases as well. So, but yeah, our topic is Flutter
Yeah,
Ninjas.
yeah, yeah, right,
So
right.
yeah, I'm Google developer expert in
Mm,
Flutter and Dart. So I live in Berlin,
mm,
and here I work for EPAM
mm,
as a chief software engineer and
mm,
playing a role of head of Flutter competency in our
mm.
company. So what else? What else? Yeah, I'm active contributor to Flutter community
Yeah.
and one of organizers of Flutter Berlin meetup.
Mm.
Mm,
So can I ask some question about your introduction? You said now you are living Berlin, but as you said, maybe you moved to Berlin from Russia, right?
yeah, Berlin is an international city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really love it. Yeah, I used to live in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Then I used to live in Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm
Okay,
in
okay.
Berlin. Yeah,
So,
for more than
um,
2 years. So
what,
about 3 years already. Yeah.
3 years in Berlin.
Yeah.
I see. So where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Russia.
Russia.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was born in the
Mm-hmm.
city, like probably you never heard of it, Nizhny Novgorod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a 400 kilometers from Moscow. There, I used to be GDG organizer, so also organized
Mm-hmm.
meetups.
Mm-hmm.
It was passion. I was involved in the community building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I organized one of the biggest
Mm-hmm.
conferences in our region. It was GDG
Mm.
DevFest. Probably you heard
Oh,
about such activity.
I see. When you were in Russia, you already got GDE, right?
Yes,
Oh.
I got GDE. Oh, let me let me try to remember. 20. It was the same year of,
Mm.
when
COVID?
COVID started. Yes, it was 20. COVID-19. That means it
Mm.
was 2020.
Oh, I see.
I
I see.
remember that when I got
Mm-hmm.
this GD status in the same month as all travels
Mm.
are closed. Yeah,
I
and
see.
we were
Mm.
yeah,
So
lockdown started.
are you a GDE of what? GDE of Flutter or Firebase?
Yeah, Flutter, Dart, and Firebase.
Flutter that
But yeah,
I'm
in
Firebase.
2020, I became
Mm-hmm.
GD in Flutter and Dart, and
Mm-hmm.
I became Firebase
Mm-hmm.
GD recently in previous year.
Mm-hmm. So nice. So you said you are being software engineer for over 20 years, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
long time.
Uh, it's wrong. So at first, what did you do? What
Oh,
programming language did you start from?
so I graduated as a
Mm.
mathematician,
Mathematician.
and my
Mm.
yes, and my first job, uh, I I developed
Mm-hmm.
scientific algorithms in C++.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes,
Super.
then so yeah, as I mentioned, it was like a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I moved from C++
Mm-hmm.
to .NET technologies. I used to
Mm-hmm.
be a .NET
Mm-hmm.
developer and
Mm-hmm.
developed databases, worked with Oracle databases, implemented hierarchical databases, structures, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved to Java stack
Uh-huh.
and worked mostly with microservices architecture, implemented backend,
Mm-hmm.
and did like system designs and similar stuff.
Mhm.
But then I realized
Mm.
that I don't really like implement something that I can't touch. I love to implement something, I can touch it, and I decided
Mm.
that it's time to move to mobile development.
I see.
And because I was a Java developer at the time, so I
Mm.
started with Android and moved to Android development. And here, the most intriguing point, as I mentioned already, I was a GDE organizer,
Yeah.
and I organized the conference. And now I'm a mobile developer. I'm able to implement mobile application for my conference for attendees.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And as a Android engineer, I've got an issue.
Mhm.
I can implement
Mm.
application for Android devices, but absolutely have no idea how what should I do with iOS
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
And it was tricky to find
Mm.
iOS developer who will help me to implement application for Google Conference
Mm.
and
Mhm.
for free. So at that time, I didn't. I haven't found someone who was able to find to help me.
Mm.
And it was,
Mm.
as I remember, it was 2018,
Creating.
and I visited Google I/O in San
Yeah.
Francisco, on the Silicon
San
Valley,
Francisco.
not San
Oh, I see.
Francisco exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
and it was exactly the year
Mm.
when Google announced Flutter. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
remember, like right now,
Oh,
so I
you,
was sitting. What is Flutter? It's interesting thing. I have to hear.
oh.
And I'm watching this session, and
Mm.
yes, it
Mm.
is. I need to learn this
Uh,
technology, and I will be able to implement application for my
uh,
attendees. And I started to
nice.
learn Flutter since that time, and
Oh,
absolutely fell in love.
I
Yeah.
see. So you saw the Flutter first presentation in person, right? In real
Yes.
place. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, so right after,
And it
yeah, okay.
changed my life. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So,
Okay. Yeah. So right after the conference, you started Flutter, right?
yes, I started Flutter.
Mm.
I implemented this
Mm.
application. It's
Mm.
still in my GitHub, but I
Mm.
don't recommend to look at it
Uh,
because I learning during
uh,
implementation of this application. So
uh,
there is Flutter 1 point. I don't remember what, and
yeah, yeah,
I wouldn't recommend take it to look for best practice.
yeah.
But as a lesson, how I learned Flutter,
Mm.
so just to know, yeah.
So,
At that time, I used Flutter this way.
so
Yeah.
okay, it's nice story. So, what was the first impression of Flutter? What impressed you at the conference?
So the first impression was,
Mm.
yeah, it's
Mm.
really nice that I will be able to implement for both platform.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
during the watch, I
Mm.
didn't realize how it's nice yet because I haven't touched by my
Mm. Yeah. Mm.
fingers yet.
Mm.
And so I fell in love later when I
Mm.
started to do it and realized
Mm.
how it's simple,
Simple.
how it's easy to implement something
Mm.
that
Mm.
during Android development
Mm.
was much more complicated. You need to prepare this layout and connect layout and code and so on. And
Mm.
here,
Yeah.
so it was after I finally understood this declarative kind of approach. It was complicated.
Mm.
When you
Mm.
never worked with it, it
Mm.
was difficult to to put it in my head how it works.
Mm. Okay.
But when you understand it once, wow,
Mm.
and everything is becoming very, very fast and easy to
Mm.
implement in
Mm.
comparison with previous approach.
Yeah. So at first you called Flutter as hobby, right? It was not your job at first, right?
Yeah, but
Mm.
after implementation, the first
Yeah.
application, and
Mm.
now when I realized
Mm.
how it's easy,
Mm.
I in my company I just came to management
Mm. Mm.
and proposed them so that we should use this technology in our
Mm.
job because this. So I
Mm.
prepared kind of presentation
Mm.
and they after explaining that, wow, yeah, it looks really interesting. Okay, we need to organize Flutter competence in our company. Do it.
I see.
And since this time, so I will say I one of the first and then one of creators of this competence in our company. I started it.
Is it EPAM, right? EPAM
Yes,
technology,
EPAM.
right? Well, so when did you
EPAM
start?
Systems.
EPAM Systems. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start working at EPAM Systems?
It was 2018 as well, but 2017. Yeah, it was 2017.
So
I have to check my CV. I don't exactly.
Okay. Can I ask about EPAM Systems for more detail? So, it is where's the company? It's German company, global company.
No, it's a global company. We have headquarter in US.
US. I see.
Yeah, but we have offices in like about 50 countries around the globe.
In Japan? Is it in Japan? Are they in Japan?
I can check. If you give me a second. There is the website epam.com, and there we have a list of all our offices. Let me check. It's Asia. In Asia, we have offices in Australia, China, Hong Kong. So yeah, in Asia we have offices in Australia, China, Hong Kong, and India. Yeah, and
maybe not in Tokyo.
Not in Tokyo. In EMEA, Armenia, Austria, Belarus, Belgium. Maybe. Yeah, Japan.
Japan.
I found.
Japan.
Yeah, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, and Vietnam. In Japan, we have office in Tokyo, in Kamichaya Trust Tower, in WeWork.
WeWork. Toronto WeWork. Yeah. I see.
It was second. 2. Roppongi Hills Mori Tower.
It's the biggest tower in Roppongi. It's one of famous business building in Tokyo. It's so big. Yeah, the company in Roppongi Hills should be very big company. So yeah, now I understand how big it is. How big
I even because I never worked with Japanese project in my company before. So last year I even didn't check that we have offices here. Yeah, because I work mostly with European people and with European projects. That's why
jobs in EPAM is making product for some clients company.
Clients, yeah. I got it. Sorry. Yeah. We are kind of a consultancy and open source companies. So, but the main beneficial things of work with EPAM. So, EPAM is a company created by engineers. For engineers, so we have very high engineering culture inside, and so only nice learning courses created by engineers for engineers. So if you would like grow up as engineer, EPAM is the best choice because a lot of experts inside who you can take as your mentors, teachers. Yeah. So it was created by engineers initially, not by business people. That's why inside everything organized from engineering perspective.
Oh, sounds nice. Sounds great company. So you started working at EPAM in Russia and you moved to Germany headquarters or Germany.
To Georgia first and then to Germany. And I started to work there as a Java developer, as a backend Java developer, then moved to Android and then to Flutter inside the company. It's also possible if you prove that you have enough expertise, and it will be more beneficial for company to have you as a mobile developer. And if you wish, if you would like work more in this direction, of course, it will be more beneficial for company if you do something that you would like to do in comparison with something that you don't like to do.
So, what brought you to Berlin from Russia?
You mean why I decided to just exactly to Berlin, not to London or to somewhere else, or why I left Russia?
Oh, yeah, right. I want to ask about that.
So the answer is very simple. So the war started. I decided not to have something common, and decided to leave. And why Berlin? So the interesting question. I learned German in my school.
Oh, okay. So can you speak German?
Ja, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Ich lebe in Berlin. Es gibt viele Sehenswürdigkeiten.
I cannot understand. Okay. So do you speak German in your job, or you speak English in your job?
I speak mostly English because we're an international company, and our internal company language is English. And I would say my German, my level of my German language is not such high to have kind of business communication with stakeholders. It's okay to speak with someone, in bar or somewhere, but not to have serious conversation. But I'm still learning it and improving. And then when I will get, probably with German customers, communication will move to German language.
I will move to another topic, but it's related to Germany. Recently, I watched some statics, some graphs of Flutter vs React Native. And in Germany, Flutter is way more popular than React Native. Do you know why Flutter is so popular in Germany? Do you know that?
So the answer, to be honest, will be can be complicated because what was a source of data? Because I have my own understanding.
Maybe Stack Overflow. It's from
Stack Overflow takes data from developers. So in Germany, more developers use Flutter than React Native. It can have many reasons. More people passionate Flutter, less JavaScript people. Tons of different things. So because from my perspective, what decision, what exactly which technology you should use for your application, it's more business decision. Нежели the more business decisions than decision of specific developers. It depends on kind of company, of course. But for example, if you work for consultancy company, so you should propose to your customer the best technology that suitable for this specifically task best way. So for example, if you have already like JavaScript developer in your team that experienced in React and will be more fast to learn React Native than to learn Flutter and Dart from scratch for them, and so on. Or if you have already Flutter developers, or in this region, it's more easy to find JavaScript developers. So to be honest, I have specific talk that I presented on VIA Developers World Congress this year. His name optimization of mobile development strategy to maximize business impact. So there's a tons of reasons which technology should take, because besides Flutter and React Native, there are native development, there are Ionic and Cordova, there are Unity, there are Kotlin multi-platform, and every technology can be suitable for specific task. Depends on what exactly you would like to implement, and it's better to understand how every technology work, and that this technology better suitable for this task than even I love Flutter, but if you know only Flutter and Flutter is best for any task, it's not exactly true. Flutter is the best for many tasks, and I will say for most part of them. But sometimes for specific tasks, you should choose another technology because of not only it's a task, functional requirements, non-functional requirements, a lot of different, specific things. But Flutter community is pretty active in Germany as an organizer of Flutter Berlin. Yeah, no, on every event, tons of people are coming, and people are really active and interesting. Interested in Flutter, yeah.
Maybe I think Germany is the best population of Flutter in Europe, right?
So
because
I didn't
you
check
have
the full statistic, but from my perspective, because I visited a lot of European cities and a lot of chapters of Flutter meetup, I would say Poland is also very active. Yes, very active Flutter people and big events. Spain is growing up now, so people are organizing chapters. And what else? Netherlands. People pretty active there in Flutter. But from my perspective, probably Germany and Poland are most the biggest.
I see. The conference called Flutter Europe is held in Germany, right?
FlutterCon.
FlutterCon,
Europe.
Sorry, FlutterCon Europe.
But
FlutterCon
there
Europe.
was a first ever conference about Flutter, has named Flutter Europe, and it took place only once in 2020, and it was in Warsaw, in Poland.
It was in Poland. I see.
But then COVID started, and Flutter Europe never happened again. But now we have FlutterCon Europe and FlutterCon Europe in Berlin.
Is it biggest conference in Europe, right? For Flutter?
Yes, it's the biggest one.
I see. And you are organizer of FlutterCon Europe?
No, I'm not an organizer because FlutterCon Europe is a commercial conference, and it's organized by people who organize DroidCon, the same team. But I also involved in an organization. I'm not an organizer, but I am a member of program committee. So I have responsibility of choosing and creation the program of the conference. And I also involved in the community booth organizing at the conference. But I'm not a part of official organizers team.
I see. So did you give some presentation on that conference, or you are just organizer side?
So of course, every year I apply to the conference, and usually I give a talk as well.
Nice.
Or workshop. For example, last year I presented the same topic as I presented, which I presented in Japan.
Ninjas.
Flutter for Apple TV workshop.
I see. So let me see that. So I want to ask about GDE. So how did you become GDE at first?
Answer is very, very simple again. So GDE is a program by Google. It's a program, and it is community of experts and influencers who passionate in specific technology and have a really high expertise there, and happy to share this expertise with community. And usually people are becoming GD when they already have all such activities. Already people who already presenting at the conference, contributing to open source, writing blogs, or recording video blogs, I don't know, podcasts, something public, where you share your expertise with community. And if you have enough of such activity, you can try to apply to GD. And then you will have few steps. First step is the screening, when Google people check that your activity is it's enough from their perspective. Then another two interviews. First interview is another GDE with the same technology, and the last check is an interview with Googler, Googler from the team that work technology you're applying for, and there is your expertise check. Are you really expert or just influencer? And after passing all the steps, you're getting the status.
In your case, what did you do actually? Like presentation, blogs, YouTube?
Yeah, I did everything.
Everything.
In 2020, when I applied to GDE, I already had a lot of talks about Flutter, and for example, I also was one of speakers at Flutter Europe in Warsaw. And I wrote articles. For example, one of the article about how to handle deep links in Flutter was written by me. And I have a lot of hands up there. It was before official documentation about this, and I remember how I was happy when Google added the link to my article at the official page of Flutter.dev.
So
but when I applied, you have enough activities. Let's just check your expertise level, and after checking, I got it.
So did you already started like give some presentation and writing some articles before Flutter? Like when you're a Java engineer, you already started public.
I can tell you this story. So I started my activity in community as a community organizer. So as I mentioned, I used to be GDG organizer in Nizhny Novgorod. And I remember I invited a lot of nice speakers, and it was kind of watching your role model. Wow, it's nice active people who are experts and who are influencers who are able to present. I also can try to become such person, and I started to learn how to be a public speaker, how to do presentations, and dive deeply in technologies. And so my first public talk, I remember it was 2015, probably, or 2016, because I wasn't well-known speaker because it was my first talk. But I was an organizer, so I invited myself to my meetup and presented to community and organized it. It was a really nice first step because people who was an audience, I knew all people from audience. It was easy, not such nervous. Because it's sometimes complicated to do this first step because you're scared, you're nervous, and if you present to people it's much easier.
Oh, that's nice story. So I wanna ask about GDE again. So if you have a GDE, do you have any benefits of GDE? So, for example, you are easy to be selected as a speaker or something. Do you have any benefits from GDE?
The most beneficial thing, I would say, it's people.
People,
when you join GD GD community or GD family, I can say, you start to communicate with a lot of nice people who are already there, and from who you can learn and ask your questions and so on. So you bring yourself in the family of people who are really cool in technologies and public speaking, and you can just hello, tell me about this or about this, and what else? When you have the GD status, it's kind of confirmation by Google that they already checked that you are a nice speaker. That's why, you're absolutely right. So organizers prefer to invite GDs because it's a kind of confirmation that this person with high probability will be a good speaker. And what else? Google usually supports GDE with travel, but there are a lot of there are some limitations. For example, I'm as a European GDE, Google supports me inside Europe.
I see.
So if, for example, someone from I don't know, any country from Poland, decided to organize conference and invite me, but they have no budget to cover speaker expense. So they can invite me. I will message to Google and ask, so my people invited me. Can you please support my travel to there to present at their conference? So inside here, Google support.
From organizer perspective, the support from Google is very helpful sometimes. So
because conferences are different, So conference can be commercial. When organizers have a budget, they have sponsors, they sell tickets, so they have money. They have opportunity to pay for speakers. Or conference can be organized by community with like free entry and so without any additional budget, so by community for community. In this case, organizers often have absolutely no budget to cover speaker expenses. And I think Google has this support specifically for these cases to help organizers that have no budget.
Right. Thank you. So I want to ask about FlutterNinjas finally. Okay, so as people know, you were selected as a speaker at FlutterNinjas 2024. What did you feel at the FlutterNinjas at that time?
So it was really impressive journey. So it was my first time in Japan.
First time in Japan.
So and my first interaction with Japanese developers community. And I felt first really proud that organizer chose me. And I was really happy to join. It was, I remember the atmosphere. It's really like Freundschaft in German, English word. So sometimes when you have many languages in your head, sometimes they mix. For friendship, really. Atmosphere, so really cozy, and so you so as I mentioned, like feeling when you're inside a kind of family. Really calm, cozy atmosphere, friendship. Yeah, and yeah.
So do you think?
I just sitting and
Okay.
remember how it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was happy there, and I
Mhm.
remember the
Mhm.
building, the venue, conference,
Yeah.
our conference was organized with such beautiful view to
Yeah. Yeah.
Tokyo. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember I even made a photo with
Yeah. Yeah.
you
We
and
take
posted
picture. Yeah. 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 Right.
yeah, and posted on social media. This is not a, a painting or photo. This is really the real window.
Yeah. You say that. Yeah. 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 It was so beautiful. Yeah. Right. And you stayed. I remember you stayed Shinjuku Capsule Hotel right before
Yeah,
the
it's
conference.
also
So
impressive experience.
impressive.
Never stayed in such hotel, yeah, where you have only capsule
Yeah,
without
capsule.
door.
Yeah, yeah, right.
But in capsule you have a small TV,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so small mobile phone charger, and you just it's everything. And so you have their hot springs inside.
Oh yeah, hot spring inside. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
and I guess Japanese people really love such activity
Yeah.
as a hot spring because all people. So it was crowded all time because people. It's 100% after they
Mhm.
going to hot springs, and
Mhm.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
did you take a hot spring at the hotel?
Yes,
Right?
of course,
Yeah.
every day.
Every day, every day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was it good?
Yeah, I also then I traveled to
Mhm.
Fuji Mountain. I wanted
Fuji Mountain?
uh,
Ah,
yes, and wanted to take hot springs there as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
but they're not allowed to go public hot springs if you have a tattoo.
Ah, you have a tattoo, so yeah, yeah, right, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But in hotel, because you are staying there, you can.
Yeah, I
But
see.
I heard that there are some hot springs that allows you
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go if you have tattoo, but you need
yeah,
to
yeah.
look for
Sometimes.
them and book it in advance. Because
Mm.
I was surprised. I came, okay, can I go into? No, you have tattoo. Sorry.
I see.
It
Yeah, yeah.
was
Some
so
place.
I've got a lot of new information that I never
Mm.
knew or yeah. So I
Mm.
always I very love to get new experience and new information. Yeah.
Right.
So,
But in I think in Berlin or in Germany there is a lot of saunas or maybe hot springs as well, right?
there is a difference. So
Uh,
sauna,
mhm,
it's when you have a room
mhm.
with a yeah, hot air with oven,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but the approach
Uh-huh.
is different. There is just a room with hot air with oven.
Yeah.
But Japanese hot springs, you always have the springs with hot
Mm,
water.
mm.
In German sauna, there is no such
I see. Yeah,
hot
yeah.
water bath. You
I
have only
see.
like this hot air room when you are
Mm,
sitting, and then you go to shower.
mm, mm,
That's
mm,
it.
mm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mostly. Actually, I went to the Munich on
Munich.
oh, Munich. Yeah. It's
München is a German name of
I
city.
mean Munich
Munich
is
is English.
Munich is English. Okay, Munich is English.
Yes.
So in Munich, I went to the very big saunas venue, and there were people are all naked,
Yes,
even
it's a German rule.
yeah,
You have
women,
to be completely undressed. Yeah.
yeah, men and women in same venue, and they are all naked. It was it was yeah surprise to me. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
in
only
Japan.
Germany and
Mhm.
Austria. Germany
Ah,
and Austria.
mhm.
And not all European countries.
Okay. Have you been to such kind of places in Germany? Do you go to the saunas or something like
Yeah, yeah.
that?
So in Berlin, we have
Mhm.
one big Sauna,
Uh-huh.
tons of different saunas room inside
Uh-huh.
with different how its name activities like okay, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, of course, I don't do it on regular basis.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes. So not like in Japan when I went to Spot Springs every day. Yeah.
I should go back into FlutterNinjas topic. Okay. So do you think what's the difference between FlutterNinjas and other conferences? Do you figure out some differences?
Yeah, of course. So FlutterNinja is really authentic, and like the authentic Japanese. So you feel different because the most part of audience is Japanese. Yeah, and you feel this authentic feeling. How to say? General organization approach looks like all conference, but atmosphere is different. Yes. Yeah, you created. I don't know how did you do it, but you did. That you feel the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I know atmosphere was
something in air. You know.
Okay. Yeah, very friendly vibes, I think. Yeah, people are easy to communicate.
Maybe it will be a nice idea to organize more like community activity, like Flutter and Friends. I was in Flutter and Friends last year. They organized different activities for all attendees day before conference. People who wanted did kayaking around Stockholm. Nice. Some people did a bicycle trip around Stockholm. Someone went to museum also in group of attendees. So yes. All of the attendees did some groups and do such activity to like have more communication and so on.
Yeah. Actually, I'm thinking about that. Yeah, we should have some optional tours besides the conference. Yeah, maybe before the conference or after conference, we should have some.
Hot springs, for example.
Hot spring or go to Mount Fuji, like
Yes, something like that. It will be really nice. Fuji Mountain and something. Unbelievable, yeah.
Maybe in Flutter Friends, it is in Sweden. Also have some optional tours besides conference.
Yes.
I think. Yeah, it's a good idea to have more interaction among people. So yeah, maybe in 2025 we will have some optional tours for people who want to come to FlutterNinjas. Yeah, you already submitted your proposal to FlutterNinjas 2025 , right?
Yes. Because I fell in love to Tokyo and
thanks.
Yeah, I'll be really happy to visit again. Tons of places that I haven't visited. And one most important, when I went to Fuji Mountain, it was cloudy.
Next time you will go to the best.
And of course, I will be happy to interact again with the Japanese community. Yeah, I will enjoy it.
So I want to ask you about, you submitted many proposals to many conferences, right? And actually in this FlutterNinjas 2025, the deadline will be March 2nd. You have more like 30 days to the deadline, but you already submitted your proposal. So I think if you are too early to submit your proposal, the topic it could be outdated. So what do you think about when to submit your proposal during the range of proposing time? You know what I mean?
So I got your question. When I submit the topic, usually let me think how to answer your question. So we software developers that work with really modern technologies that are developing all time. So if you submit topic this moment, it absolutely doesn't mean that you will talk about exactly what you have in your head right now. And the technology, if technology move further, you just take it into account and improve your topic to the conference. For example, if you take my topic, one of the topics that I proposed to FlutterNinja, because now I'm really passionate in AI, about how to use AI, generative AI technologies exactly on device, to care about privacy, to care about saving resources, and so on. And I'm a person who is trying to organize using of such AI models for Flutter developers. So I'm a maintainer of Flutter Gemma plugin, I creator of it.
Oh, nice.
And so the topic is in general. So creation, how to create application with generative AI capabilities without internet connection, without money, and without privacy concerns. You see, topic is really general.
Yeah, right.
But during this half-year Brazil conference, I'm working on my plugin. I'm working on, for example, next week I'm going to publish article about it. I prepared a call-up in which I explain how to prepare models, and you see, it's everything is improving. So to the conference, I will have much more materials and much more to say in comparison this time. For example, I already presented this topic last year, but what I presented last year and what I will present this year, it's two different presentations, because since that time, everything changed a lot. But the name of topic still the same, because it's general name.
I see. So the description of the proposal is also the same with last year, or it's a little bit different?
I'm changing, yes, because I'm changing, because I improve my materials, I work on it, For example, if you talk about how to fine-tune models to use it on your mobile devices, in last year, I just mentioned about this opportunity. This year, I will have detailed explanation about how to do it and what to do inside, because I did such research, prepared material, and so on. And so a lot of parts of this thing are constantly improving. And so last year it was only about Gemma. This year I'm going to cover much more models: Gemma, Gemma 2, Stable, and Falcon, and Fit2. Yeah, all of them support Media 5. And capabilities of plugin also really changed since this time. How to work with a fine-tuned model, how to work with instruction-tuned model, how to also everything is moving, So, and of course, when you get something new to add to your presentation to replace something, I replace abstract as well. Not replace, update abstract as well.
I see.
But the title itself staying the same, because idea of things that I'm going to share the same, but content are improving every time.
So do you think the title should be a little bit abstract rather than concrete title, because you will change the topic?
You can change it as well. Yeah, it depends. From my perspective, it depends on conference, and it depends on what exactly you would like to highlight in your topic. For example, if you talk about my topic, it can be presented not only for Flutter people. but you can emphasize different things. For Flutter people, you can concentrate more about how to work with Flutter application, how to apply this model in Flutter, with specific question for Flutter you have, or for people who not very experienced in Flutter, you can move your attention to other part of the topic about what HAI is, how to train models, how to use it, and not pay real attention to Flutter, because this audience don't really understand when you dive deeper into Flutter, and you can like skip Flutter parts and talk more about generative AI capability. It's just this topic. So you can change the title as well. For example, for Flutter people, you can tell that talk about Flutter application. For not Flutter people, you can remove Flutter word and remove Flutter slides, but add more slides about generative AI itself. So the main idea of proposing tools, you first, the most beneficial probably, that's why I was invited such amount of time. So my topics usually very unique. Nobody else covers them, or like Flutter for Apple TV, or this HAI Gemma talk with Flutter, because I am maintainer of this plugin, and I am only one person who involved this research such deep. So first, you if you select a very unique topic, then you should clearly define the problem and what you exactly would like to present to audience. If you have only common words, so program committee, so because I can understand from both sides, as a speaker and as a program committee member. So sometimes in the talk proposal, you have only common words, and you don't clearly understand what speaker going to tell. But if you define the problem, which problems your talk solves, and which value it provides, and the most important, which practical things you can get. So such abstract is of course more like by program committees usually. And it should be, if you provide more your personal experience, it also makes sense, because it makes your talk more interesting in comparison with talk just you explain, I don't know, documentation that is possible to find in internet.
Nice.
And if you combine everything in abstract, so probably it will be.
Yeah, I think this is good, very good advice. It's good to know, very good to know. So yeah, if you have very unique experience, personal experience, and if you are passionate about something, yeah, it should be good. It should be better than common general topic people are interested in. Because
if you're a speaker, so you because of my experience as a speaker, when I solve a complex task for my job or something, and when I say, wow, interesting task, wow, interesting solution I found, probably I have to create talk about it. So when you got interesting experience, you always can transform it to talk or to article.
Nice. Yeah. We should find my topic to talk from inside, right? Not outside.
If you just what I'm going to talk to you today. Okay, let's find on the internet what I'm going to talk. Sometimes it's complicated to decide what I'm going to talk about. But if it's your experience and you already did the task and you you got problems when you solved it, and you expect that other people also can get such problems, and you can help them not to do the same mistakes as you did. And when you tell your personal story, tell the audience about your mistakes, about how did you solve the problems. It's always much more interesting than when you like a lecture in university. Okay, we have this topic, bam, 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 bam. It's one approach. Another approach, I've got this topic, and how did I solve it? Wow, I just did this, and wow, I was unsuccessful. And then I realized that, I did this mistake because this. And I tried this approach, and I was successful. So it's always when you tell about your own experience, and it's much more interesting to listen and much more rememberable. And so on.
Yeah. I see. That's nice. Yeah. Maybe this video, will be useful for submitting proposal for many people. Yeah, that's great. So we covered all of the topics. Do you have something to talk?
So I would like to say thank you again for last year invitation. It was one of the rememberable time in last year.
Yeah, right.
So travel to FlutterNinjas conference.
Thank you.
And we will be happy if your program committee find my talk interesting this year, and I will be happy to meet you in person again. And of course, I always waiting for you or any members of Japanese community here in Berlin. I will be happy to host on our meetups and show what Berlin is.
Nice. So if people in Japan got interested in going to Berlin and join some conference, what conference do you recommend to join in Berlin?
If you're talking about Flutter people, of course, I highly recommend to visit Flutter Berlin meetups.
Flutter Berlin meetup. Is it monthly basis? Monthly basis?
We are trying, but it's not every month happen. Unfortunately, it depends on, because if we find the venue, we find the speaker, but we are trying to do it every month.
Oh, nice.
And we always open for community speakers. So if someone from Japanese community would like to present talk in Germany and will be in Germany, so of course, as a community organizer, we have no budget to cover travel support. But if someone occasionally or surprisingly will be in Germany, I always happy to see them on meetups as speakers, as attendees, whatever.
So how many people are there in the Flutter Berlin usually?
Oh, it's necessary to check on meetup page. I can say how many people usually are coming to events. It depends on day of week, depends of it's winter or summer, the many factors and topics as well. The maximum amount of people that we had on Flutter meetup was about 130.
Great.
And the smallest is about 30, 40 people, the minimum. So flexible amount.
The maximum is like FlutterNinja's size, right? FlutterNinja was 136 people. So
it wasn't just first. I'm really sure that this year you will have at least X2 or even more. Because in my experience, when I used to be conference organizer, so my first conference was 100 people about as well. The next year when people already knew about the conference, it was about 300.
Oh.
And 2 years after the market, I had about 1,000 of attendees.
Oh.
So every
many.
year, more and more and more.
Wow.
So, because you're becoming more well known, so people starting to come to Tokyo from another cities. Community is growing.
So do you think thousand people come to Tokyo? It's possible for FlutterNinjas?
So it's more question to you, because I don't really know how many Flutter people in Japan as well. Japan in total.
In Japan, maybe if it comes to only Japanese Flutter people, it would be 300 to 400. So because
in full Japan,
yeah. Because there is another conference called Flutter Kaigi. It is for Japanese people. It was just 2 months ago. It had 350 people maybe. Yeah, it's more affordable than FlutterNinjas, focusing on Japanese language speakers. So yeah, it's a maximum people, I think, in Japan. If we can combine Japanese people and the worldwide people to FlutterNinjas, maybe 1,000 is possible.
And so you see, there are a lot of, I suppose, foreigners who live in Japan and work in Japan to work with Flutter. And it can be, you can invite people from other cities, other countries to visit. Probably if you have a lot of activities, like combine learning, networking, and community activities, like we discussed, visiting Fuji Mountain. So if I would Flutter developer and from Asia or even from Europe, I will, maybe I have to take a vacation and go to Tokyo and visit conference and have a kind of vacation after.
Yeah. Already some people had a vacation or something at the FlutterNinjas, last FlutterNinjas. So that could be. I see. But next FlutterNinjas, my goal is 200 people. 200 people come to Japan.
I'm absolutely sure it's achievable. Why not? Yeah, maybe even more.
Even more.
But no limits. Every year, more people start learning Flutter.
Right. But actually, in Japan, Flutter's popularity is stable right now, not growing right now, I think. Maybe, I know, React Native is going up again recently in Japan. Its popularity is going up again, and so the Flutter's popularity is stable right now. So it's hard. It's hard to get bigger market for us, I think. So that is why I'm interested in why Germany has a lot of popularity for Flutter.
So I think it's also it depends on people, depends on market specific. And so technology is growing up. Of course, the new approach for web applications with WebAssembly. So probably we will have next jump soon. Who knows?
So I want to ask another question. Flutter has some controversial news, like Flutter team laid off some people in 2024, or Flutter was forked, and it's called Flock. That's showed off. And so what do you think about Flutter future from 2025?
I'm absolutely sure that Flutter future is bright.
Right.
Because
Mhm.
so I'm not a Googler. I have no insider information and so on,
Okay.
but I see how everything happens.
Mm.
A lot of Google's projects that use Flutter. Google use Flutter internally and externally. So tons of resources already spent for it, and a lot of people use around the globe. So it Google. So if people scared that Google move Flutter to Flutter Symmetry, Google move something to Symmetry only in case it's not popular and not brings money, as I think. And do you remember from the statistic how many persons on applications of applications in stores implemented by Flutter?
I don't know. I don't remember that. But
it's a big
huge.
number. It's about
it's
more than 30%. I don't exactly remember. And then when people public application to store, very often they use, for example, AtMops. AtMops brings money. So why move something to Symmetry if this thing brings money? Maybe not direct way, but the current way. So I see no reasons to do it. I see no reason to improve the quality, to bring more developers and increase this percent. And brings more money. Regarding Flock, so Flutter is open source. Everybody can make own fork. And for example, I have my own fork for Apple TV. But yeah, it's Apple TV. It's a really narrow, specific direction. Maybe that's why nobody starts screaming, "Oh, one more fork of Flutter! Flutter will die." So, it's strange. So it's a more decision of not decision how to. I don't know why React Native community always starts to tell, "Oh, something happens, Flutter will die." So, but Flutter still alive. But if try to remember how many times people thought, "Oh, Flutter is dying," so but Flutter still growing and developing. So. And Flock, so people, some people from community have own vision about how to contribute to Flutter. Decided to create one fork, own fork, but there is nothing common with official Flutter and why Flutter should care about it. Just fork. People can use it or not to use. Open source. It's a philosophy of open source. You always can. I can create my fork. You can create my fork. But
of course.
It's to be honest, it's complicated to support the fork. It's so you need to update it to every new version of Flutter, and so.
It sounds
from my perspective, it's much better to contribute to Flutter itself in comparison for forking. But so my solution of Flutter for Apple TV is not such perfect to propose it as a part of official Flutter. That's why I don't do it. But if I will have enough time to make it perfect, I am absolutely sure that I will propose to include into Flutter.
So you will not propose to Flock for your package.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. But you hope to submit to proposal to Flutter itself. If you
I have ideas of how to do it. Well, probably you remember I mentioned it in my talk at the conference. So I have an idea how to make it much more maintainable and increase the usability of it and compare it. I just have not enough of time resources to implement everything that I have in my head.
I see.
Mhm.
Okay.
If I will have more time and
Mhm.
resources,
Yeah.
so
Resources.
community would already
Mhm.
have a nice Flutter faculty solution.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm moving slowly.
Mm.
I hope this year I will implement it.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Thank you. So finally, to wrap up, so can I ask, what will you do from 2025 for your Flutter and so on?
A perfect question. Love it.
Mhm.
So basically, I'm going to
Mhm.
do the same as the
Mhm.
previous year for community. I'm going to
Mhm.
organize events. I'm
Mhm.
going to give talks, contribute to open source, write articles, create workshops.
Mhm.
But yeah, my direction now. So we are in 2025 already. So
Mhm.
AI is the future of everything, I suppose. But yeah, I'm really interested in
Mhm.
specific direction of AI, that edge AI that you can launch on your laptop and your mobile devices, to keep privacy and not to share information you don't want to share, and not to pay for using APIs. So because sometimes it's really, if you just developer and have no company with budgets, but you would like to use AI a lot, and sometimes you have no resources. And for example, your application not bring your money, but yeah. So for these cases, Edge AI can be a solution.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to research in this direction and help people to use it in their application.
Nice.
So yeah, I hope this week I will publish the first article about this using Gemma and fine-tuning Gemma,
Nice.
and then next article about how to do it in Flutter. So in my head, I have like series of this article.
So, by the
Now
way,
it's in progress.
do you do some YouTube or video output besides articles?
Not yet, maybe.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I used to be a podcast host.
A podcast?
Yeah, podcast, but it was a podcast in Russian. So, and I stopped this activity. So I'm thinking about podcast or video podcast in English, but haven't started the activity yet. And you know, generations are different. For me, I'm easy. It's easier to get contact if it's written in article. But yeah, I know that new generation prefer video. So to cover all generations, probably I have to do both. Write article and then create video about this article, for example. But yeah, I'm giving talks. So sometimes this talk's recorded, and you don't have to record YouTube video yourself. You can just publish your talk on conference.
Yeah. But I think for developers, articles are still the best. I think many developers see the article, not only videos. Yeah, even for young generation, developers read some article a lot of time. So article is okay, I think. Yeah, you don't have to be
articles. So for my
YouTuber.
experience, the best source of information is articles and source code.
Source code, yeah, right, of course.
Because everything can be changed. Something that written an article half year ago, now everything is built. Now it cannot working anymore because API is changed, SDK is changed, something else changed. But if you find example in code, you can definitely sure that it works or not. because I met this many times. You find the articles and topic you're interested in. Oh yeah, it's solution for me. You're trying it doesn't work. You start trying to understand why, and you find that something just changed since this time. And you have to do some updates, change something to get it work.
Okay.
That's why there's a lot of nice, for example, for AI, there is a Colab framework that allows you to change very fast in comparison with the article. But articles also you can change, but you need to just take okay, something changed. I have to change my article.
It's easy to change, easy to update. I see. Yeah, for YouTube videos, we should upload again for so article. It's easy to modify.
It's resource consuming process to record video, and so if something changes, you have to create new recording next year. So it's much more complicated than change the article. But sometimes people don't like to read; they like to watch. Maybe I will start this activity.
For example,
I need to know. I need to have more 20 hours to 24 hours in one day. And wow, I will be able to do a lot.
Right. But this kind of podcast or talking conversation video is only on video, not in article. We cannot do this in articles. So
but for YouTube video, you can do timing to give opportunity easy to find something and detailed description and so a lot of things to do to make quality really good. Much more resource consuming than article written. And so nowadays we have a lot of AI to help you in writing, but not yet a lot of AI to help you in recording.
That's right. So we talked 1.5 hours. So we should finish.
But maybe you cut something.
Cut something. So it should be under 1 hour, maybe 40 minutes or something. So thank you for today. Thank you for
thank you for invitation. And I always happy to see you.
So yes, that's it today. Thank you for today. It was very
thank
nice. It was so fun and very informative for many people. Maybe.
Oh yeah, and we forgot to say that this black guy, the Kiki from Hayao Miyazaki cartoon. Brought it from Japan, and you see, it's nice company of mascots. There's Sparky and Kiki.
So again, where did you buy it? Miyazaki?
In Tokyo. In Tokyo, I don't because I haven't been able to get into Hayao Miyazaki Museum because you have to buy tickets really in advance. But I found it in the supermarket. I really love Hayao Miyazaki. I watched all movies more than one time, so I was happy with it.
Thank you for today.
Thank you, and have a good evening.